Hello and welcome back to Simply Shev, where we talk about all things natural hair, including my own natural hair journey, styling ideas, DIYs, and so much more to help you grow your natural hair long, healthy, and strong. Coming up in today's video, I talk to you about ways that you can grow your natural hair longer, faster, and stronger. I've shared these before and after pictures in my previous video, but in this video I wanted to just talk you through some of the tips and techniques that has allowed my hair to grow and progress so much, especially within the last year. So the very first thing to say is that hair growth is not really about how much our hair grows, because we know that our hair grows at least half an inch every month. So for the year we should get 6 inches of hair, and it's going to do that regardless if we take care of it or if we don't take care of it. And so for us as naturals, as 4C 4B naturals, where our hair is constantly breaking, it's about retaining length. So for us it's about length retention rather than focus on growing. So from our scalp, we're focusing on, the hair that's coming out of our scalp. If it's a healthy hair, and then the length of our hair, we're focusing on retaining that. So that's what our main concern. If we get the actual growth and the length retention, then we will have longer hair. You sort of need both of them to work in together. So the first thing you want to do is focus on your scalp. What's going on in your scalp? You want to make sure that you shampoo your scalp and that your scalp is clean. You want to make sure that you have a good base, a good foundation. You want to make sure that, you monitor probably the pH of your scalp to make sure that, there's no bacteria, there's no fungus. If you're like myself, if you've got dandruff, you want to keep on top of your dandruff. I've recommended in my natural hair starter kit certain things that I use on my natural hair, and I use virgin, something that's sulfur based, to help me to grow my natural hair. So you want to look into things that's going to help to get rid of all the dandruff and things off of your hair. But the main thing is to shampoo your scalp to make sure that it's clean. Of course, there are certain oils that you can use. You can use the jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, and I've got a video on my channel talking you through the different oils that you can use to grow your natural hair, so you do want to check that out. Here on Simply Shev, there's loads of videos. I've made so much content about growing your natural hair over the last year, so do go ahead. The various playlists, my DIY playlist, my hair growth playlist. There is a new one for 2022, so it's how to grow your natural hair in 2022. Do go ahead and check out that playlist. I've also done a wash day playlist for you. I've created an Ayurveda one, so do go ahead and check out all of them, and they will give you further information. I'm just going to do a quick run through in this video. So you want to focus on your scalp and make sure that your scalp is clean. The basis for the your hair growth is clean. To help your scalp, you can certainly do scalp massages. It helps the blood to circulate, feeds your hair follicles with oxygen, nutrients, minerals, and all the things you need to grow your natural hair. If you are using a lot of styling products, you want to be careful that those products are not clogging your pores and preventing your growth. So you want to make sure that you are clarifying your hair. Once again, going back to the shampoo, and make sure that you're doing this at least once every 2 weeks. Don't be putting off for months. I used to do that. I used to shampoo my hair like once a month, and I found that I'd get a lot of build up. So you want to keep on top of your scalp and make sure that you have a good basis for growth. As you can see, I've made a lot of progress in my hair. It's trial and error, and I'm sharing these tips, so hopefully that they will help you to grow your natural hair, because I know you can do it long, healthy, and strong. Don't overwash your hair. Don't strip your hair. Don't use products that's damaging to your hair. Remember, your hair is a material, so you want to do processes and involve processes that's going to help your hair. And I've incorporated Ayurveda. Once again, check out my Ayurveda playlist. And I'm using much more natural ingredients that work with my hair rather than against it. So you want to make sure that you're not using harsh chemical, and not just every latest shampoo. Checking the ingredients as well to make sure that they are suitable for your natural hair. If necessary, look at what you're eating. I've got a video on my channel talking you through some of the foods that are beneficial for growing your natural hair. Do go ahead and check out that video, because it goes into detail about what sort of foods that you can eat to help your hair to grow. So your diet plays a big part in promoting growth on your natural hair. Okay, so we've talked now about the growth. So we understand that our hair is going to grow regardless. So those are just some of the things that you can do to help the hair growth. Scalp massages, eating correctly, making sure that you're clarifying your hair is clean, the basis for cleansing. And then you want to focus on length retention. For me, that's been my biggest challenge, especially because I'm a little bit scissor happy. So I'm cutting away at my hair all the time, and so I'm not retaining length. Once you get good at length retention, that's retaining healthy hair, then your hair will show lots of length. So you want to get good at length retention, and you want to make sure that you're growing healthy hair so that you can retain that length. do go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you've not done so. It would really mean a lot to this channel. It's growing. My goal for the year is to really reach as many women as possible. I want to grow my channel, and I really want it to become, you know, sort of like a hub. So if you hit the subscribe button, it lets YouTube know that this content is valuable, and it helps us both to grow. So thank you so much for doing that. So you want to make sure that you trim your ends regularly. Yes, I am Sister Happy, but trimming your hair is very important. You want to get rid of split ends, and you know, for me it helps with tangles and dryness, and it helps me to keep on top of the health of my hair. I trim my hair as often as I took out my protective style, which last year was about 6 trims, but I do have a video coming out talking about hair goals, so do look out for that video. It's going to talk about how we set good goals and how we're going to achieve them. I mean, a goal we just said is just a wish, but once we set goals and we have time limits and different a framework around our goals, then we're able to achieve them. So I'm going to be trimming my hair every quarter once I do a length check. That's if it's needed. I'm trying really this year to get to waist length, to grow my hair to waist length. So I'm going to be trimming less and less and less. As you can see in this before and after picture that is on the screen, my hair was badly damaged. That was 6 months ago to 7 months ago. That was in May, and my hair was really badly damaged, and I had to make a decision to cut off as much of the damage as possible. As you can see in the photo to the right, my hair looks like wonderful. It looks like night and day. So sometimes we just have to get rid of the bad ends, the split ends, to get rid of the dryness. My hair was so dry. I mean, you can see in that photo how dry my hair is. So just get rid of the split ends, and you'll be well on your way for length retention. Make sure that your hair is moisturized. I've talked so much on my channel about the power of water, which is free. Do check out my videos, especially my wash day playlist. I go into detail about, you know, why I incorporate even a warm water rinse at the start of my wash day, just to help me. So you want to check that out as well. You want to be drinking water for the inside, but you want to ensure that your hair has got lots and lots of water on it. For me, I make sure every other day my hair has water on it to make sure that it's always moisturized. So even if I have moisturizing products, I'm still also reaching for water itself, because water is the best moisturizer. You want to also ensure that your hair is deep conditioned, and we found beneficial for us type 4 naturals, that deep condition really does help our hair to grow our length retention. So you want to make sure that you are incorporating deep condition into your wash days. Do go ahead and check out my wash day playlist, as once again you will find more detailed information on, you know, why the benefits of each of these steps. I have broken down each step in detailed explanation of how I grow through my wash day and how it's helping me to achieve growth in my type 4 natural hair. So, you know, we want to make sure that you have, it doesn't have to be an expensive deep conditioner. You just want to ensure that that step is there. And you could also deep condition with heat, which is your body heat. So you could just put plastic bag on just for that, or you could just, you know, go ahead and add a hooded dryer if you have it. Avoid chemicals that are stripping to your hair. I'm trying as much as possible to be very natural with the products that I use, unless I'm of course finishing off products. Once again, I'm a product junkie and I've got lots of products to get through. So some of the product reviews that you will see on my channel is products that I've had for quite a while, but going forward I'm focusing more on natural products. So avoid very harsh chemicals on your hair. You know, too much alcohol, because that's drying. I don't personally avoid sulfur, but if you've tested sulfur on your hair, if you've tested sulfates in your shampoos and it's stripping your hair and it's not green, I would say get rid of it. But I mean, even looking forward, I'm going to try and do DIY shampoos and things like that. But sometimes you do need a good clarifying shampoo. But ensure that for the most part, your products, the chemicals in it is not too harsh. Avoid coloring your hair too much. Once again, coloring is another process that you're getting on top of your already very fragile 4B, 4C hair. Along those same lines, also avoid using too much heat. I think one of the biggest change to my natural hair over the last year or so was my reduction in using heat. I love to use heat on my 4B, 4C hair because, you know, when I'm doing length checks and stuff and such, it helps to show the length of my hair. But heat can be very damaging to your natural hair, so I would avoid using too much heat. There are lots of naturals that, you know, use a lot of heat and are okay. But if your hair is heat sensitive, don't use too much of it. And I realize that my hair is a little bit heat sensitive, so I will tend just to be using heat round about the time of my length check. I do hope you're finding these tips beneficial. If you are, do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. And give this video a like, and also leave a comment below with any tips that you've learned, especially over the last year. We're going to be taking these tips into 2022, and my goal for 2020, one of my goals for 2022, is to have healthier hair. Another goal is to reach waist length, and I think I need about 4 inches of hair to do that. I think I can do that, and I think you can do that too. So I hope you found all of these tips beneficial. I will be sharing much more tips on Simply Shev. I will see you in my next video. Do have a blessed day, and take care.